I mean, the synchronicity theory has to, if you believe in that, then everything is, that's underlying everything. But
Yeah.
but then how you build sort of models to understand it on top of that, I don't know. I haven't got to
So you
that
mean like
point.
how do you derive causality from the acausal kind of like as an edge case? But like that's to translate it maybe in my language to
Yes.
clarify
So
why I'm
so
saying that. Like to me the punchline of I mean I like the framing of Forrest Landry. There's choice and there's causality. And that these are like the two like they are like the yin and yang that give rise to each other. You know, there's the
right.
one that is kind of like yeah causal causally close, and the other one which is kind of open, and there is no model that can give you the answer of what will happen. It is choice. It's freedom versus limitation in a sense. And the punchline of basically if you've seen enough of the right puzzle pieces, it's quite obvious that this is where everything is pointing to. Like you have the Bell and Gödel's theorem that kind of use logic to show that there is a limit to logic, and causality and logic have a very deep link, right? And then there's all these experiences that people are having. There are there are even technologies that I'm kind of like digging into that are flipping the thing on its head. There's like there are all these kind of glitches in the matrix of the causal matrix that has this
Mm-hmm.
characteristic of this inevitability narrative at its core in a sense, like progress, right? Progress is kind of this causal linear thing. But if you and it's all kind of intrinsically linked in the consciousness of the people to this linear causality that apparently guides everything. As soon as you then say, wait, there is something beyond causality, um, that means the reality is not causally closed, and suddenly everything is flipped on its head. And the reason why this is so changes everything, and I think that's the most fundamental paradigm. I think that's the domesticated mind perceives a causal world and creates a causal world, acts like a causal agent because it thinks everything is causal. And liminal mind understands, like opens up the cube and sees there is more. There's this transcendent
Okay.
part
Okay.
that can't be
Yeah.
modeled.
Yeah.
And that is,
Yeah.
I see Galahad Eridanus. I haven't seen any other storyteller yet that has put it better than him. What it
Yeah.
feels like to open up to these dimensions and
Yes.
to take them seriously and also lay out that this is like radical shit. But it seems to me that this is really where humanity is going. I think he's, as he says, I think he is in touch with something that's going to be not that special quite soon in the grand scheme of things.
Yes.
And I think that's a
Yes.
crazy, crazy thing
So
to experience.
he, I watched another of his videos afterwards, and I'm now getting confused between them. Was it in the constellation one where he talks about a complete change,
The software
complete
update,
transformation?
the software update where he perceives the word differently. So he was
Yes.
talking also about this psychedelic experience with the pyramid, where
Yes.
he was like shown the
Yes.
domesticated
Yes.
versus
Yeah. Yeah.
liminal
Yeah.
mind
Yeah. Yeah.
in my language,
Yes.
and he calls
Yes.
it constellating versus non-constellating mind,
Yes.
and it's just so good.
And that partly, not completely, resonates with the left and right hemisphere from
Mhm.
McGilchrist.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, so all these things, so much of the time, I'm sort of seeing something. Oh yeah, that's that. But
Yeah,
but yes, the oh God, where to go? Yeah, the idea of humanity changing is I've had a lot of thoughts around that in terms of what do we mean by that, and it's not that suddenly everyone changes. They don't.
no, no, it's a
It
generational
it
thing.
means there's a few people somewhere that are seeing things differently.
Hmm. Yeah, but
Uh, but it's the
but
beginning. It's the beginning of something.